Join discord.gg/flat earth and enter a VC check-in room and someone will come along to VC verify you to get involved with the conversation about our Earth. Now we have time for a meeting with the real flat earthers.
Hello, how is everything? Did you get my chats yesterday?
No, you're coming. Your mic, Donald. You got to fix that mic.
Is that any better?
Way better.
Okay. So, did you guys get my chats yesterday?
No.
I put a couple of
your
chats
club.
in the live stream.
Bro, we're not gonna go to Clubhouse. This is our house, so we're building this up to be a brand.
Oh man,
24/7 is a brand.
700 folks that came and visited me at Clubhouse yesterday. It was awesome.
Oh, that's great. Good for you. Hopefully you prosper, live long and prosper. In the meantime, well, you should.
No, I don't want to.
Well, don't. Yeah, I'm saying,
Did
like,
they bring any proof?
fuck it, don't then.
Just get stuck
Did they
in the
bring any
mud.
proof
Keep
of the
spinning
globe?
your.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Timbo. Go ahead.
No, you're right. I was just asking if any of those 700 people brought proof of the globe.
Oh yeah, every single one of them that believed in the globe brought proof of it. Every single flat earther had nothing
Cool.
but insight.
Can you share it with us?
It's 7 hours. The stream was 7 hours long.
Oh, just one proof will be all right. Just,
Oh, sure. The horizon demonstrates the curve of the planet. No problem.
How so?
What about when the horizon
Well,
changes?
only a curved object. It's only possible for a curved object to have a horizon.
Okay.
What about when
that's
the
a
horizon
baseless assertion.
changes?
It's not though. There's no other shaped object that can.
No,
possibly
that's just your
possess a
incredulity
horizon.
speaking.
Well,
That's
no,
just your
that's just
incredulity
geometry.
speaking.
That's geometry.
It's not geometry. It's your lack of comprehension of geometry. If there's a horizon because it's a curved object, then it would have to occur at a certain geometric distance based on the rate of curvature of that object, right?
Unless there's refraction involved.
Oh, so that's already a no.
How did no?
Okay, so-
Unless I said yes, unless there is
So
refraction involved.
you're already jumping straight to a caveat.
How
Well, it's not a caveat. It's just reality.
No, it's not
Equations must
reality.
match reality. Your equations.
So
must
let's see.
match
You started with a
reality,
baseless. You started with a baseless assertion, and then went to a caveat.
Or there's no reason to use them because if your equations don't match reality, they're useless.
There you go. The globe equations don't match reality, so they're useless.
But they do every time.
Oh, they do. So the horizon's at 1.2 miles times the square root of the observer height in feet plus whatever refraction calculations you want to add to that.
But yeah, I mean that sounds kind of close, sure.
So what refraction calculations do you want to add to that?
Well, I mean, you can add. You have to take the measurements of the area that you're observing to find out
Yep.
what kind of refraction you need to apply to the picture.
Yep. So what measurements are you using?
I don't take optical measurements because they're very unreliable due to refraction.
You're going to need to start with the measurements of the thing that you're saying has been refracted, i.e. the curved surface of the Earth. Got any of those?
I have a quadrant. Does that count?
No.
Oh, well, do you understand what a quadrant is?
Do you understand what a measurement of a curved surface is?
I do.
Okay,
Do
can
you
we get one
understand
of
what a
those? Because we're
quadrant
going to need that, because you're saying that the curved surface of the Earth is being refracted so that it doesn't actually appear like the curved surface of the Earth that you say it is. So the
Are you
first
saying
thing
that
that you would need
refraction
to know,
doesn't happen?
that you would need to, no, not at all. The stupid
Oh.
straw man. Of course, what I'm saying is that the thing
No, I'm
that
just
you're
trying to
saying
understand
has
because
been
you're being
refracted.
unclear. You're being very
don't talk through
unclear,
me.
so I'm just
Don't
trying to
talk through me.
understand.
Yeah, it's unclear because you're talking through me. It'll be clear.
Well,
if you just
no,
let me
I
speak.
haven't.
Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing.
You're
So-
sermonizing. I don't like to be. I don't like to be preached.
Yeah,
this would
you
be
don't
a
get it
lot
because
quicker.
you're not listening. You're just talking, bro. You're just talking and talking. You're not even listening to the replies.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I
just
would
listen and
already-
do less. You gotta.
He's
No,
really not
no.
listening at all. You really should listen more.
No, dude, I would already
You
be
should
done
take
by
this
now
guy's
if you
advice
would
and listen more.
I would already be done by now if you would listen. So it's the curved surface, which you say has been refracted, that is in question, not refraction.
Everything
So
is everything.
get
on
us the
surface
measurement
is
of the
beautiful.
curved surface that you say has been refracted. Do you have one of those?
Well, I mean,
Direct measurement.
have you ever looked at a video of a time lapse horizon? It changes all day long. That's refraction.
Okay, so it's changing all day long. But how do you know that that's a curved surface that's refracting?
Well, because refraction on a flat surface would not change like that.
Okay, and you know that based on measurements of the curved surface that you say is changing?
No, because of the Snell's equation. Snell's law.
Okay, so that invokes two separate media. Which two separate media are you talking about?
Well, it's not two separate media. It's a density gradient between two measurements. So like if you take a temperature measurement at the ground and it's very cold, and then you take a temperature measurement a meter above the ground and it's warmer,
not Snell's law.
Yeah, that's not Snell's law. That needs two different mediums.
Oh, it is,
and also,
actually.
you're getting away from the fundamental
temperature's in
basis
Snell's
of
law.
your claim already, which is the curved surface, which you said was refracting in the
No.
first place. So before
We're
you
talking
can
about
move on to
refraction, not the
claims
curved
of
surface, but-
refraction, we're talking about the curved surface
you're
first, because
dished
that's
out
what you're
all
saying has
over the
been
place.
refracted. No, I'm on the
All over
same
the place.
point this entire
You're
time.
not.
I'm
You're
on
not.
the same point this entire time, which is the curved surface that you're saying has been refracted.
Well, then
That's
you
the
talked
very
about
first
refraction.
thing
Then
that
you
we'll
talked
need
about
a
this other
measurement
stuff.
for before you go on to say it's been refracted. If you don't know it's there, you can't make a claim that it's there but refracted. The refraction
measure
claim
it.
thus just becomes
don't-
an excuse, right?
I can
So the
measure
first
it.
thing, yes, measure the curve, right? Then tell us it's been
Yes.
refracted. Who's done it?
I don't have to rely on I can use a way of measuring the surface of the planet that does not that takes
What planet?
refraction out of the equation.
Okay, well then do that. That's what I'm asking for. What
did.
is the measurement of the planet you're begging the question of?
Well, I mean, I did it 20 years ago. What do you want me to do?
Oh, you did it 20 years ago when your house burned down or got robbed or whatever?
My
Is
house.
that when they stole your angles?
So you had the proof seas, but they got robbed by an evil flat earther. Is that it?
I never said that. Now you're
Okay,
just-
yeah, okay, but what are you saying though? You had the
Lying.
proof seas, but they got robbed.
Well, no, I didn't write down the measurements. I didn't.
Oh, you
hold
never
on
even
to
wrote them down, so there was nothing to
Hey,
even steal.
can you allow me to finish? I misspoke.
No, you're a
I was trying
dipshit,
to
dude,
clarify. I
and I'm not gonna let you
misspoke.
obfuscate.
I misspoke. Can I clarify? Would it be okay with you?
No, motherfucker. You can get
Clarify.
us the measurements that we asked you for. We don't care about
Can I
your tap
clarify?
dancing.
Can I clarify?
No,
the thing
I
that
don't
said?
need your clarifications. I don't
Oh,
need your
you make
this
qualifications.
up.
I need the
I
I don't
measurements.
care what I have
You
to
just-
say. You're just gonna make up something that I said and say that's
yeah,
what I said.
because you're just going to tap dance around the
Got it.
point. The point is the measurements of the curvature that we're looking for, which you
Yeah.
said has to exist, right? If we're seeing a horizon, so get us that.
Well, I mean, you can go and do the measurements yourself. Why do I have to do your homework?
Because it's your claim, idiot. You do it.
Were you the
do
bully on the
measurements
playground
back
that
your
said,
claim.
"Hey, nerd, do my homework. I'm going to kick your ass"? Was that you?
It's your
Sounds
homework.
like you.
It's your homework, doofus. This
I've
is
done
your
the
claim,
homework,
so
dude.
that's-
I've done it
okay,
already. I don't need
yeah.
to do it again. It's
You
your
just
job
told
to
us
do
you
your own
didn't do
homework.
it. You said you
I'm
never
not
wrote
your
it
tutor.
down.
You want to
You
charge?
just told us
You
you
want
never
me?
did it.
You want me to charge you
All right,
$300 an
let's
hour, and I'll
bring-
be your
let's
tutor,
bring-
but I'm not
let's
your
bring
tutor.
a-
You
let's
can do
bring a
your own
topic.
research, dude. You need to
Let-
do your own research like I
Okay.
did. Do your
Yeah, no-
own research.
No curvature measurements were found here. Go ahead, Jemsy.
No, yeah, because that's the thing, bro. The guy's been asking you for the measurements, and you have a bunch
So
of
let me ask you a
excuses.
question. Let me ask you a question. If I had, I did write all
The
measurements down.
middle of my sentence
listen,
interrupt.
listen,
In
Listen,
the middle of my sentence, interrupted the
Wow,
beginning of
dude.
yours.
May
In the middle of my
please
sentence-
ask a question
No,
for
you
clarity?
speak
May I
after,
please
after I'm done.
ask a
After I'm
question for
done.
clarity? May
After
I
I'm
please
done.
ask? May I please ask a
After I'm
question
done.
for
After
clarity?
I'm done.
May I please ask a question
go-
for clarity?
Go
If
ahead, ask your question. Go ahead.
if I did have the original piece of paper with all of my measurements on it, and I took a picture of them, and I uploaded them to the chat, what would you say about it?
If I would say that's the problem with everything you just said, the word if.
Well, that's why it's a
Yes.
hypothetical, because I don't actually have the original
we
notes
know,
that I
we know that your proof Cs are imaginary and hypothetical, and that's the whole
Proof
problem that we're
Cs are
pointing out.
imaginary. Yes, you're right. Proof is imaginary.
Well, yours
So,
is.
so where is the
All
measurements
math proof is
today, right now?
imaginary. All math is imaginary. Dude, you got issues over there. This dude,
let's say we're
Jensen,
gonna-
you got
let's say-
issues, man. You got real
Hey,
big
let's-
issues.
Let's say we're gonna play chess. Where is the pieces? Where is the table? Where is the chess board? Do you have that?
Yes, I have many chessboards and chess sets.
So what about the measurement of Earth's curvature? Do you have it?
I have made that measurement, yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Provide it.
Wait,
Taking that
same
measurement.
thing you said you did like 20 years ago.
Yeah, it was like 20 years ago. The shape of the planet hasn't changed since.
Planet. What planet? That's what we're trying to establish here with your measurements that you lost.
Well, I threw them away. I didn't keep them.
Oh, geez. So I guess we don't know it's a planet yet. Dang.
You don't know that you're on a planet? Oh my god!
Planet?
Okay, so what is the thing that we're on right now?
for NASA.
Well, not on your
What is the
belief.
thing that we're on right now?
We
What
lost that data.
what is
The-
the
the
thing that
thing-
we're on right now? What is the
So
thing that we're on?
the thing that you believe.
Gen Z. I'm not talking to
that
you. I'm talking
haven't-
to Gen Z.
The,
Gen Z,
the thing,
please, sir.
the thing.
Please,
Don't
sir.
interrupt me. Don't interrupt
I'm
me.
having a
Donald.
You're interrupting my
Donald.
conversation with this dude.
Donald, don't interrupt me, okay? So
Ah,
you're the one making the claim for.
I will see you people later because you don't even care about listening
Okay,
to others.
let
You
it
just
be
want to
noted that
say,
no curvature was found here. Thanks.
talk.
Bye
That's all
bye.
you
Go
want to
away.
do. Sure.
Guys, hold
I'll
on,
talk
Donald.
to you.
Relax, bro. Hey, we're talking,
Go
man.
ahead.
Just simmer
Well,
down.
no,
I'll
Dempsey is
mute.
talking nonstop,
I'm
and this
muting.
guy
I'm
is
muting.
talking
Dempsey is
nonstop.
muting.
See,
Dempsey-
Dempsey
Dempsey's muting.
cannot shut his mouth.
Yeah, he's muting. All right, Heretic, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I'm just waiting on the curved surface measurements that you claimed that.
Dude, I have taken them. If you want them, go get them yourself. Do your own research.
well,
Do
this
your
isn't my
own
claim.
research.
Oh, I don't need to go do my own research into your claim.
Oh,
that would
so
be
you don't need
your
to do
job.
research.
No,
You
I
don't need to do any
go and find
research.
I don't need to go and find the evidence
So
for
you're
your
advocating
claim.
for ignorance.
Right? That
You're
would be
advocating for
your
ignorance.
job.
So you're
No, I'm
advocating for ignorance.
advocating for you bringing us the evidence to back your claim. If it exists, I want to see
me
it.
taking
I
a
want to
measurement
see
is
this
not
curvature.
evidence for you. Me taking a
never
measurement
took the
20 years ago is
measurement.
not
You never
is
took-
not evidence
Well,
for you.
what were the measurements 20 years ago?
Yeah, you never took
So
the
me
measurement.
fuck's sake. Okay.
You
so
told
me-
us you don't have it. You told us you didn't write it down. You told us you
Can
lost
I-
it. You
can I-
told us it got stolen. Blah blah blah
Can
blah
I-
blah. You never brought it. All you brought
Would
us
you
was a
mind?
claim of a measurement.
Would
You
you
never
mind?
brought us a measurement.
Would you mind
I
if
do
I
mind
finished?
that you keep fucking talking while I'm talking.
You interrupted
do.
me. I was the first person talking. You interrupted me. I was just trying to finish what I was saying in the first place.
Okay, go on.
So me taking a measurement 20 years ago is not going to convince anybody else of anything.
You didn't do that though. You just said that
I
you
did.
did. And then when we asked you for it, you didn't have it for one reason or another. So
But even if
all
I
you have
did
is a
have-
claim, hold on. All you
See-
have is a claim of a measurement. You don't actually have the measurement part. That's the part we needed, not your claim.
If I had a page full of numbers and I uploaded them to your chat, what would you say about those numbers?
I would say that the problem right now is that you use the word would,
Oh,
and before you use the word if. So right now it's just an imaginary
do you understand what
hypothetical
hypothetical
measurement,
thinking
right?
is?
Yes,
My
I do,
point
and
is
that's
that
the
even if I
problem. I'm
did-
not
listen,
looking.
one
Shut
second,
up, dude.
please,
Shut up,
one
dude. You want me
second,
to
one
answer your
second.
question? Yes, I understand what a
did answer my
hypothetical
question.
is, and that's the problem. I'm not looking for a hypothetical measurement. I'm
See,
looking
I'm
for
trying
an
to
actual
get to a point.
measurement,
I'm trying to get to a
physical
point.
measurement.
Can I get to a point? Can I get to my point now?
I don't think you can, and I think that's on you.
The point is that even if I did have that page full of measurements that I took 20 years ago and I uploaded them to your chat, you would still reject them. So what's the point?
Okay, so mind reading now too. All right, so
Well,
you don't have the
no,
proof.
you don't accept anything that contradicts your worldview.
How would you know that? You haven't provided me with anything.
Because I asked you a minute ago and you said, yeah, your proofies are silly or something like that. Your proofies are fake.
Yeah, your proof is that you don't have.
Imaginary.
Silly. Yeah.
You said your proofies are imaginary. So what's the point of me offering up a boatload of measurements on a piece of paper if you're just going to say nuh-uh anyway?
Well, the ones that you don't have and haven't offered up.
It's irrelevant because you would reject them. You would reject them.
Oh, how do you know that? You haven't offered any.
Because you just said that my proofies are imaginary, so that means you would reject them.
Because you haven't offered any, so as yet they're imaginary.
They were numbers on a piece of paper that they wouldn't mean anything to you because you don't understand that.
No, they're not numbers on a piece of paper. They're just
Yes,
words
they
in
were.
your mouth.
No, they were numbers on a piece of paper when I took the
Okay,
measurement.
show us that piece of paper then.
What difference would that make?
It
Are
would
they
make
drop over distance measurements?
It would
No,
make
I
the
did
difference.
I did it like Eratosthenes. I took an angle to the sun.
Oh, so just you measured shadows.
Well, no, I took an angle to the sun.
Oh, an angle to the sun, right? Okay.
Okay,
So the angles to the sun diverge, do they?
Not appreciably so, no.
Oh, they don't diverge.
No, they're all less
So
than
then how did
They're all
Eratosthenes
equal.
measure diverging shadows then?
Shadows appear to diverge, but they don't actually.
Oh, they don't actually diverge.
It's called perspective.
Okay, so the shadow's not actually getting longer, it's just
Yeah,
perspective.
see, like when you see crepuscular rays up in the sky, if you were above those crepuscular rays, they would look parallel. They would not look like they're like.
Yeah, that's another story, and that's not even true, actually.
No, I have
We've checked
pictures of those. I
Yeah,
can
we have
show you
pictures of that too. We can draw the lines and show you that they're not parallel. So I guess you have trouble with yeah, I guess you have trouble with what parallel lines are too. Maybe you just need glasses.
I've got no problems with. Well, I'm wearing my glasses.
Okay, good. Yeah, you might want to use those. But
I do.
shadows diverge, right? So what's your point?
They appear to diverge because of perspective, but they're actually parallel.
Oh, because of perspective. So the shadows are parallel. They're not getting longer the further away from the light source they are.
Well, that's not. Well, I didn't know that's what you meant by diverge.
Well, that's what it means.
Well, all of the shadows on Earth are approximately the same distance to the light source.
Okay. So if I have an object that's right directly underneath the sun or a light source, right, I'm not going to get much of a shadow, am I?
A light source No, probably not. Not much of a shadow.
And then if I put another object sort of off to the side from that one, I'm going to start to get a shadow, right?
It depends on which way you angle it, which way the shadow's going to be.
Just off to the side so it's not directly underneath the light source.
I just answered the question. Let's go. Move on to the next one.
Right? No, you didn't really.
I did. I said it depends on which direction you move it, which way the shadow will go.
If it's not, yeah, okay, but that's not what the question
Relative
was.
to the object. Relative to the object.
Right, yeah, so you're going to start to get a shadow, right? And I'm going to get more and more of a shadow the further I move away out of the direct line of light from that light source, right?
Sure.
Okay, cool. So I'm doing this all on a flat surface. I needed a curved surface for this. Where?
Well, it's not that you need a curved surface. It's just that the surface is curved.
Okay, but that's an assertion now.
No, I've measured the curvature of the planet, so it's not an assertion.
Okay, how did you do that?
I used my quadrant.
Okay, what did you do?
I took an angle to the sun.
Okay, so you did exactly what I'm just talking about right now. You have different angles to the sun from different locations. You choose to interpret that as the Earth having a curved surface, and then you go, there it is, the curved surface.
It's an output of the calculation.
Even though you should know, based on what I just told you, that exact thing is going to happen on a flat surface anyway.
Not though. It cannot happen with the local sun.
This is just Eratosthenes, sir, with extra steps. That's all it is.
Yeah,
You've just
extra
replaced
steps
shadows.
are the important part.
Shut up. You just replaced shadows with a photon detector. That's all you did. Who cares?
Well, your eyes are photon detectors.
So?
You can't detect anything without photon.
So?
You can't see anything without photon.
Okay, that's a really nice non sequitur. Now tie it back to the
you
point
brought
that
up
you're trying to
photons,
prove,
not
which
me,
is Earth
so it's
curves.
your non sequitur. You're admitting a logical fallacy. Thank you very much.
Yeah, yours. That's the one I'm admitting.
Well, no, you're the one that brought up photons, not me, so it's your logical fallacy, not mine.
I heard this conversation yesterday. You said you're using a photon detector, right?
Sure, yeah.
Right, yeah, sure. Okay, so you're doing the same thing that Eratosthenes has claimed to have done, but instead of using shadows, you use a photon detector and go, there, now we know the surface is curved. It's the same exact circle jerk, either way. The only thing that you're doing is you're choosing to interpret the results as being due to the curved surface that you're trying to prove. So it's textbook begging the question, can you try something else?
Output of math. The curve is an output of the math. It's not anything that I put into it. It's the results of the calculation.
You already know that the angles to the sun are going to diverge. You already know that the angles to the sun are going to diverge regardless of the surface of the Earth.
But I'm only taking, all right, so you just don't understand what you're talking about. Okay, so I don't understand.
Yeah, that's me who doesn't get it.
Okay, I need clarification. So I don't understand what you mean by that the shadows are going to diverge. What do you mean by that?
We already went through this, right? If you have something right directly underneath the light source, you don't get much of a shadow. You put something sort of off to the side from that light source, you start getting a shadow. The further out you go, the longer the shadow you get. We already did this. Nowhere in that example did we need a curved surface. So we have the exact same thing that Eratosthenes did, except this jerk off using a photon detector instead of shadows. Who cares?
Jeez, your eyes are, oh my God, you don't listen. You just, okay, I'm done. I love you guys, and I cannot talk to this man anymore because he does not listen. So I'm going to leave. You guys have a great day.
Well, you can talk to someone else if you want.
You can talk to Jamesy.
All right, show's over.
You're not his type, Jamesy.
Spartans! What is your profession? See, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.